Hey, what's up, team? So, been seeing a lot of curiosity and just a lot of our members in the gym just wanting to have a template or something to build off of to get butterfly pull-ups, or maybe get your first few, or just understand like, hey, am I a good candidate to start doing butterfly pull-ups? And this can get really long-winded as to like who should do it, and if it's a valuable thing for you to do. And every coach looks at it a little different, but I guess a couple, I guess like a rule of thumb or areas to look at to see, hey, should I be doing it? You do want to have some level of upper body strength, like strict strength. I usually tell people if you're in the camp of like, ideally being able to do 10 strict pull-ups in a row, but if you're in the 5 to 10 camp or more, you are in a place where you have the upper body strength to do this thing and actually learn how to do the movement, okay? But before just jumping up there, we don't want the butterfly pull-up to be this passive, messy movement, because it can, if you're not ready for it, it can mess up your shoulders. It can be not great on the elbows, the biceps, and all those things, okay? So if you've gotten past that and you're like, yeah, man, I feel good about taking the first steps towards this, there is a go-to, I guess, drill that I would have you start with before just trying the movement, closing your eyes, and hope it gets better, okay? Because you don't want to start backwards where you have all these like messy reps and all these problems and then try to undo problems. It's better to start with a good foundation. So this box right behind me, this is a box drill that I have people start with that focuses on their shoulder. And in the butterfly pull-up, it's really the difference between a kipping and a butterfly. We'd like to have a base of strict, then kipping, and then butterfly, right? Kipping is more of a vertical up and down movement where usually there's a pause at the bar and it kind of moves in this direction, or back and forth like this, okay? The butterfly has more of what we call an oscillating movement where you come almost in a circular movement where you come all the way down and then back, all the way down and back. And instead of your chin pausing over the bar, you're actually kind of coming through the bar. And I'm kind of using this bar as an example. Your chin comes through, you come all the way down, and then you rinse and repeat, and it becomes fast. And you're able to do a lot of work in a short amount of time, okay? Now, the butterfly pull-up is what I call like a head-to-toe movement, just meaning you're actually using your whole body, okay? So you're using your core a ton, you're using your hips. We want your legs to be straight, we want your lats to be on. It's a very engaged movement, even though it looks like you might be flopping like a fish on a pull-up bar, okay? So I'm gonna show you this drill as a starting point. What are some good ways to implement this? Don't do this every day. If you're working towards butterfly pull-ups, 1 to 2 times a week, no more than 3. Okay, we want to take care of your shoulders. Okay, so implement this slowly. And the purpose of this drill is to get to understand how the shoulder and the upper back works and get the oscillating motion. Okay, so you're gonna want to pick a box where you have 2 feet on it and a bar where if I got up to my tiptoes and I pulled up, I could basically get my chin above the bar. So that's the first thing. Get a box that gets you to that position where your chin is almost to the bar or close to it, right? We talk about grip a lot, whether you do grips. We should be doing a full grip, but you'll see some people will go to a monkey grip. But we want that bar to sit in the middle of the hand, not fingertips, okay? Butterfly pulls become a nightmare when it's just fingertips. You want to get as much of your hand, middle of the hand, the meat of the hand on the bar, okay? And then what's the actual motion? You're gonna go grip, shoulder width, okay? And then you wanna practice that oscillating motion, okay? So I tell people to come all the way down. You're gonna start the movement. We're gonna pretend that this is that arch. You're gonna come all the way back, pull your ribs down like this. This would simulate that hollow body position, okay? So I'm leaning back, my ribs are down. This is that active hollow. And then I'm gonna pull with my elbows out towards the bar. Start short, where you come underneath the bar, you come down controlled, slower is better. And then I always tell people to get long. Lats on, hollow body, lean back, elbows outside, pull through. And then as we get more comfortable with the oscillating motion, we're using our legs to guide us. We can get a little bit faster, okay? And we want to stay in this tighter circle, back and through, under control to start, where it starts to look like that. motion, but faster. Okay, so that's really what we want to figure out. Okay, and you'll notice there's nothing really happening with the lower body and the hips yet. It's just to practice long arms, pulling our chin up and through to get that motion. Okay, so we'll expand upon this, but we want to win those positions before we go to 1 foot on the box and before we completely remove the box. Okay, master that first when you're starting to step into butterfly pull-ups.